Hello everyone! Today in this video we are going to list the top 10 strongest air forces in the world. Army and naval aircraft are not counted. Only aircraft active with Air Force are included while making this video. Let's get started. Number 10. Pakistani Air Force. The Pakistani Air Force currently has around 820 total aircraft, of which around 435 are multi-role fighter jets and interceptors. The Pakistani Air Force has around 70,000 active Air Force personnel. Now let's see its current inventory of combat aircraft. Fighter jets. F-16, 75 in active service. J-17 Thunder, 138 in active service. Chengdu J-7, around 135 in active service. Interceptors. Mirage 3, around 87 in active service. Attack aircraft. Mirage 5, around 92 in active service. Number 9. Japanese Air Force. The Japanese Air Force currently has around 750 total aircraft, of which around 227 are fighter jets. The Japanese Air Force has around 50,000 active Air Force personnel. Its current inventory of combat aircraft includes 20 stealth F-35 Lightning II, more on order, 155 F-15 air superiority fighters, and 62 Mitsubishi F-2, which is based on F-16. Number 8. Royal Air Force UK. The Royal Air Force UK currently has around 800 total, of which around 157 are multi-role fighters. The Royal Air Force UK has around 32,000 Air Force personnel. Its current inventory of combat aircraft includes 20 stealth F-35 Lightning II and 137 Eurofighter Typhoons in active service. Number 7. French Air Force. The French Air Force approximately has around 600 total aircraft, of which around 169 are multi-role fighters. It has around 41,000 Air Force personnel. Its main multi-role fighters includes 101 Dassault Rafale and 68 Mirage 2000D. Fighter bomber. 40 Mirage 2000C 5F in active service. Number 6. South Korean Air Force. The South Korean Air Force currently has around 750 total aircraft, of which around 527 are fighter jets. The South Korean Air Force currently has around 65,000 Air Force personnel. Current inventory of combat aircraft. Stealth fighter. 16 F-35 Lightning II in active service, more on order. Conventional multi-role fighter jets. F-15, 59 in active service. F-16, 167 in active service. F-4 Phantom II, 69 in active service. Light fighter jet. Northrop F-5, 156 in active service. Kai T-50, 60 in active service. Number 5. Israeli Air Force. The Israeli Air Force currently has around 700 total aircraft, of which around 245 are multi-role fighters. It has around 34,000 active Air Force personnel. Its current inventory of combat aircraft. Stealth fighters. 30 F-35 Lightning II in active service, more on orders. Conventional multi-role fighters. F-15, around 41 in active service. F-16, around 175 in active service. Number 4. Indian Air Force. The Indian Air Force currently has around 1,850 total aircraft, of which around 490 are fighter jets and interceptors. The Indian Air Force currently has around 140,000 active Air Force personnel. Current inventory of combat aircraft. Multi-role fighter jets. Su-30 MKI, around 260 in active service. Dassault Rafale 32 in active service. HAL Tejas 22 in active service, more on order. MiG-29 65 in active service. Mirage 2000 45 in active service. Interceptor 64 MiG-21 Bison in active service. Attack aircraft 130 Sepah-Cat Jaguar in active service. Number 3. Chinese Air Force. The People's Liberation Army Air Force currently has around 3,000 total aircraft, of which around 1,500 plus are fighter jets. The PLA Air Force currently has around 400,000 total active Air Force personnel. Current inventory of combat aircraft. Stealth fighter jets. J-20, 24 plus in active service. Conventional multi-role fighters. Chengdu J-7 around 340 in active service. Su-27 around 32 in active service. Su-30 MKK around 73. Su-35 24 in active service. Chengdu J-10 around 465 in active service. Shenyang J-11 around 225 in active service. Shenyang J-16 150 plus in active service. Bomber aircraft around 310 plus in active service. Number 2. Russian Air Force. The Russian Air Force currently has around 3,100 total aircraft, of which around 950 are fighter jets. The Russian Air Force currently has around 190,000 active Air Force personnel. Current inventory of combat aircraft. Stealth fighter jets. Su-57, current inventory 12. Conventional fighter jets. MiG-29, 259 in active service. MiG-31, 131 in active service. MiG-35, 8 in active service. Su-27, 172 in active service. Su-30, 111 in active service. Su-34, 132 in active service. Su-35, 100 in active service. Attack aircraft. Su-24, 274 in active service. Su-25, 193 in active service. Bomber aircraft, around 120 in active service. Number 1. United States Air Force. The United States Air Force currently has around 5,800 total aircraft, including UAVs, of which around 1,800 are multi-role fighter jets. It has over 320,000 active Air Force personnel. Let's see some of its current inventory. Stealth fighters F-22 Raptor, around 186 in active service. F-35 Lightning, currently 290 plus in active service. Conventional multi-role fighters. F-16 930 plus in active service. F-15 450 plus in active service. Attack aircraft, total 310 plus in active service. Bomber aircraft around 140 in active service, which also includes stealth B-2 Spirit. Thanks for watching.